Okay, so good morning. Welcome to our little camp. We are currently preparing tea for ourselves and some morning breakfast. Of course, because there are different kinds of breakfast than morning breakfast. And we came here yesterday to a pretty big shit show. That's why I'm recording only now. Also, we have this beautiful view behind me. You can see something. And it was a pretty long journey yesterday. We had to travel by car to airport. And we had to get from airport to Girona, which took about 2.5 hours. Then we went to Barcelona by bus, which took about 1.5 hours, and then another 3.5 hours into that place over there. Which, by the way, we found out that we got off on a wrong spot. So we had, instead of 1.6 kilometers, we had to walk about 6 kilometers because of that guy. So blame it on him. And yeah, now we are here, and it's not raining anymore. Yesterday was raining like hell, which was not nice. So we hope it's not gonna rain today. And yeah, that's about it. So see you in a bit.
Nobody listens to the meaning of the words I've been singing, been rolling along so long, so far from home. Feel like a ghost, there's tension in the rope from chasing down a dream, bleeding self-esteem. It seems nobody knows the trouble in my soul, running from the whiskey, the money's all gone. It's time to break another wishbone, burn down that old honky-tonk, do somebody right, wrong, love's gone. Sad song, tell them about your story, about the fame and the glory. Lord, it goes on and on. Time to break another wishbone. Well, all the reasons for believing are still back home believing. They hold me to the rails when I'm going through hell. Every mile on this road, it's 1,000 on my soul. Every night and every stage, there's a little light, a shade of the blues inside until they turn off the lights. It's the overhead me left alone to fight. It's time to break another wishbone, burn down that old honky-tonk, do somebody right, wrong, love's gone. Write another sad song, tell them about your story, about the fame and the glory. Lord, it goes on and on. Time to break another wishbone. It's time to break another wishbone, burn down that old honky-tonk, do somebody right, wrong, love's gone. Write another sad song, tell them about your story, fame and the glory. Lord, it goes on and on. Time to break another wishbone, burn down that old honky-tonk, do somebody right, wrong, love's gone. Write another sad song, tell them about your story, the fame and the glory. Lord, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Lord, it's time to break another wishbone. Yeah.
So this is the end of day 2, and we've been hiking and hiking and hiking all the way up from Puigcerdà to
The thingy.
What's the name? Some refugio something. And it's been brutal,
And
but it's gonna get even more brutal the next days.
yeah.
I'm eating my second mana and it's shit.
It tastes exactly the same way as the one you ate yesterday.
And it's a different flavor.
I think it's gonna get like better tomorrow because today we did like 1200 meters elevation.
Tomorrow we have 2 summits to hike and then all the way down to or in the direction of Andorra.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of streams here, a lot of water and beautiful views.
Yeah, so it's nice.
So nice.
Yeah. The mountains are epic.
Yeah,
This is like
so
crazy.
epic. And horses and cows
Horses.
everywhere.
Yeah. This is fun.
Wishbone, burn down that old honky tonk. Do somebody right, wrong, love's gone right, another sad song. Tell them about your story, about the fame and the glory. All that goes on and on. Time to break another wishbone. Well, all the reasons for believing are still back home believing. They hold me to the rails when I'm going through hell. Every mile on this road, it's 1,000 on my soul. Every night and every stage, there's a little light of shade of the blues inside until they turn off the lights. It's the overhead me left alone to fight. It's time to break another wishbone. Burn down that.
Yeah, so we just discovered there's a mushroom growing out of this shit. But it's not important. Important is the morning. Just woke up. We had a terrible night because we were sleeping over there. And there was 7 other people with us. And there's 12 people in one room. They're doing quite a bit of noise. So not much sleeping. It was not any good air. A lot of noise. So sleep shit. And now we got out, and we think it's like, I don't know, 8 degrees, so it's super cold. We were planning to take a dip in that river, but we decided that we're not gonna take a dip in that river because it's freezing outside and the water is even worse. So we're gonna wash ourselves somewhere later because there's quite a few streams, which is nice because we don't have to carry that much water. And yeah, what would you say to that?
Yeah, it was a horrible sleep. Woke up like a million times. That's it.
That's it.
I don't know what you're looking for. You haven't found it, baby, that's for sure. You rip me up, you spread me all around in the dust of the deed of time. And this is not a case of lost, you see. It's not a matter of you versus me. It's fine the way you want me on your own, but in the end it's always me alone. I'm losing my favorite game. You're losing your mind again. I'm losing my baby, losing my favorite game.
There's no air. It's kind of noticeable. There's lower density of the air. It takes quite some effort to breathe. And over there, down here, you can see the refugio which we came from. And right now we are on Bonnidenmayr West, or no, north. And this is like 2803. And over there is the true Bonnidenmayr, but we're like not walking there because it's like only 3 meters taller. And yeah, it's pretty amazing here. Let's check this out.
And this is not a case of lost, you see.
A je tady hrozně moc komárů.
Je moc dobrý, ty vole.
Right, so good morning everyone. Yeah, I chose the best time possible to start this because there's a helicopter flying above us, and for like a third time in a row, because they're probably getting something into the refugio. I'm not sure if you can see the thing behind me. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we had a pretty nice sleep today next to the river. There was a terrible amount of mosquitoes. Other than that, it was nice, but it was like super cold. I think it got to like, I don't know, 7 degrees Celsius. And apparently my sleeping bag, even though it's supposed to be comfort until 8 degrees Celsius, was not comfort really. So I had to get trousers and jumper and everything. So it sucked. But other than that, pretty nice. We have already had breakfast, and we are kind of packing and drying everything because there was a lot of condensation on our tents. Yeah, but the trouble is that one thing that Daniel did not mention yesterday was that my knee got kind of fucked in the process of climbing up one of the slopes, and which means that we will have to kind of derail our progress. So we have like 10k to Andorra today, and then the decision came that we were going to spend a lot of time in McDonald's and eat a lot of burgers and cheeseburgers in particular, and then we're probably going to take a bus for a bit and try to follow the road, because we would have to probably take the bus anyway because we wouldn't make it in time. And after that we'll probably camp somewhere up there and see how it goes with my leg tomorrow. And yeah, and I'll update you along the way. Cheers! Every morning we have to stay in this position. We have to suffer to get water. Daniel, tell us how you feel.
Suffering.
You see?
Water.
He's suffering for the water.
if you're wondering, McDonald's serves something in order of 18 million burgers a day. Last time I checked. It's feeding a small country every day. Probably much, much more now.
Hello, we're live. We just climbed from Andorra to here. There are like 2,300 meters. Yes,
And we're eating McDonald's here.
yeah, we still have McDonald's. We brought some cheeseburgers and chicken burgers. Best thing ever. So today we were already in Andorra and we went down, which was like 10k. It was pretty unnice on my knee, which kind of sucked. But then we got to Andorra,
The capital.
to the capital of Andorra, and we ravaged their McDonald's. But unfortunately, they didn't have toilet paper, so we didn't ravage the toilet, restrooms.
But there's a refugee right here.
Yeah,
So
so
their toilets.
it's not gonna see the light of tomorrow. Yeah, then we went to this big Carrefour. It was terrible. We thought we were gonna die there.
Yeah, apparently after eating a whole McDonald's meal after 3 days of eating couscous,
It's not
your tummy hurts.
yeah, and your brain is like dead. Yeah, we also went to the outdoor shop where I wanted to buy a hoodie because in the night it's like pretty cold. But the only one there was like for 31 euros, and I was like, I don't really need that.
No,
And
that's it from Andorra,
that's it
the
from
capital.
the capital.
But then we decided we have to climb.
Yeah, then we took a short bus ride,
Yeah,
about
10
15
to 15
minutes.
minutes,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Up to Andorra,
Arinsal.
to Arinsal, which saved us a few elevation meters.
Yeah, but didn't save the lives of our fellow passengers
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
because of Yannick's socks.
yeah. This morning I just washed my socks, and they smell like, I don't know, like stables that weren't cleaned for quite a while.
And I had to sleep in that night before.
But the worst thing is that at the time it wasn't that terrible. But then I washed it in like some super nice
It was pretty terrible.
soap, and it got like even worse. The whole bus was just like dying around us. Yeah, and then we had to climb here. We already have pitched our tents,
Oh.
and we are eating McDonald's. It has been eaten, but I still have some. There's a fly sitting on the GoPro. It's funny. Yeah, and
It's really beautiful here.
yeah, it's pretty nice here. Just
The
like
best spot so far.
there's like a big freaking waterfall and everything. yeah, we'll sleep here. Hopefully it will be like warmer than yesterday because today was like super cold. And tomorrow we'll climb. Where are we climbing? Like up there, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So tomorrow we are climbing that because I don't like my knee enough, and it doesn't actually hurt when I'm going upstairs. Up, so that's good. So we'll see. And there's like a, if we go there, there's like a trail on the other side where we'll head and see how it is. So, wish us luck and yeah, see you tomorrow.
I was carved from marble, keep my body cut.
Good morning. We're awake. Today has been probably the best sleep we've had because it was not that cold and there was also nothing to disturb us really. And we have like really nice weather. And the current plan is to climb up there. Yeah. Because my knee seems to be working, kind of. And after we get there, we decide what we'll do next, depending on how my knee works and also how Daniel's ankle works, because he's saying it's not the best. So yeah, so that much about it, and we'll see you up there, hopefully. So we are almost at the top. Top is up there, and as you can see, we chose quite a nice path. There are two paths to be chosen: the easy one and this bullshit. We chose this bullshit, and the easy one is down there, back. I'm not sure if you can see it now. But this one is pretty crazy because there are like crazy slopes right underneath us, but you go like 1,000 meters drop down. It's pretty crazy. And the Daniel, who is sitting right behind me here, is just deciding whether he wants to climb the Pico de Stats, because this is 2,900 something, and Pico de Stats is even like 200 meters taller. And it might be even bigger shit. So yeah. Surprisingly, my knee is still working, which is good. Daniel's leg is still working as well, so that's good too. So if you don't die today, we will surely die tomorrow. It's nice. See you at the top. climbing it down is such a bullshit experience. Like climbing, I can get up. We climbed up there. It's like alright, it's good. It's hard but doable. But this is number one bullshit, brother.
Cause I'm a loose cannon, I cannot be tamed. I'm a loose cannon, only you will know my name. I'm a loose cannon, drown the world in flame. I'm a loose cannon, never taking aim.
Alright, so good morning. Today we are going to go get under the Piggestads. Yesterday in the evening I didn't record anything because first we were like dying after climbing Coma Pedrosa, and second there's like shitload of these little annoying flies. So we wanted to play some board games, but couldn't because there were flies everywhere. But I'm experimenting and I'm eating my breakfast from this, and it's kind of random. But yesterday we did Coma Pedrosa, which was pretty cool. The climb up was like nice, rocky, steep climb, and down here it was like shit because there was a lot of these rocks on which we were sliding down. But then we encountered or got to a pretty nice rocky. We got to a pretty nice lake in the mountains, like between the mountains, where we took a dip, just a quick dip, because I don't think it's like permitted to swim there, but we had to clean our zarafks, so that's what we did. And we were attacked by a bunch of wild horses, but we escaped, and then we just like walked and we got here, and from here it's like 2k to or 1k to next Refugio, where we'll get more water. Then we'll walk to the river, the lake, which is right underneath the Piggestads, like 2k from the top, but 2k also in elevation from the top. And in the afternoon we'll have like kind of rest day, and tomorrow we'll climb the Piggestads and try to reach the Refugio behind the Piggestads. So we're currently in a refugio underneath the Piggestads and underneath the place where we want to sleep today. And we have just found out that there's been a parliament warning from parliament about storms up in the mountains and at Piggestads as well. So we are discussing what we'll do. Okay, so we've been recommended by the people here in Refugio not to climb the Pico de Staz, because if we get stuck there, we can just like get in a lot of trouble. So we're gonna try a different route and try to at least climb one 2,900 mountain. Alright, so as I'm having a little moment, so waiting for the back of our company to get to here. Jesus fucking Christ, this is fucking steep hill. We are currently running for a cabana because it's supposed to be a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, and I thought it's gonna be down there, but it's actually somewhere up there. And I feel like 3 kilometers ago it told us that it's 3 kilometers ago, and now it's telling us that it's 3 kilometers ago. This is Jirka, and it's kind of a waste of time because it's starting to pour little droplets, and I'd love to get to there before it starts raining, to find out if it's like cabana or usable refugio, and if it's not usable, then to pitch a tent before it starts raining. That's Daniel, he's dying, they are all dying. It's beautiful here, just check it out, the view to die for. Okay, so we survived and we actually made it to this cabana, which you can see right behind me. It's pretty luxurious. There's a lot of stuff inside. There's even like a cooking pot and everything. As I told you in like last vloggy thing I did, we had to change our path a little bit because you cannot go up to Pico de Staz for the very reason that there are supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow during the afternoon and in the night, and also the day after it. And after we discussed with the people on the last Refugio who were who owned the Refugio or worked at the Refugio, they didn't really recommend it because you could get stuck there for quite some time. And if we were to get stuck there for some time, we would miss our flight, probably. So yeah, we did a little round trip and walked elsewhere. We had to return actually a little bit up the valley we walked down yesterday, and then up the hill into France. And right now we're in France, right? Nice. And we've actually got into this cabana and already had a food, which is nice, and we're gonna play Citadel. And we are so happy that this cabana is actually like this, not just a cell in like a rock, which is like how most of the cabanas are here. They are not really nice. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And tomorrow we want to go up there over that bastard, and you can see the guys moving shit around because we want to sleep all in just one room, not 2 rooms, because we would have to either sleep like 3 and 2 or 4 and 1, and one would be really scared out there. And yeah, and tomorrow, as I said, we want to cross that hill over there, and we want to hopefully get to this place which should have normal food and stuff. So in a way of a restaurant, but also like Refugio a la restaurant. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning, and we're gonna go play some Cittadella. Oh yeah, baby.
They said I was through, but I got bad news. They spoke too soon. Laid me down in that shallow hole. I thought the dirt would steal my soul, but the ground spit me right back out, with fire in my chest and a growl in my mouth. You spoke too soon, now I'm breathing again, with blood in my boots and a wide wicked grin. I ain't gone, I ain't through. You pulled that trigger, now I'm pulling too. You danced on the grave before it was cold. Poured your drink, let the story unfold. But the devil don't take me without a fight, and I came back meaner in the middle of the night. You spoke too soon, thought I'd fade like smoke, but I'm the kind of fire that don't go broke. I ain't lost, I ain't through. You carved your line, now I'm cutting through. You wrote my name on a stone too fast, but I
Ahoj, jsem Dan.
Já jsem alkoholik.
Den číslo 7 a po celém dní chození jsme došli do předchozí restaurace a pak do téhle restaurace, teda do tohohle refugia, vysoko v horách, a povedlo se nám dostat pokoj zdarma a sprchu za 3 eura, což je skvělý. Ale bohužel přišla bouřka věčného zmatení, takže venku hrozně prší a všichni jsou tady strašně zmatení. A máme pivo černý a
Když jsme chtěli světlý,
Když jsme chtěli světlý a celý je to prostě divný a v té restauraci předtím jsme seděli asi 4 hodiny, protože nebyli schopni zaplatit, protože jim vypadla Wi-Fi na půl sekundy. Ale dobrý, no, takže dneska tady aspoň hezky přespíme v teplíčku. A zítra pokračujeme na vrchol. Zdraví.
Right, so lots from Leeds just left. We are just waiting for the door to open so that we can take number 2. Daniel is brushing his teeth, and outside's like really cloudy, but it's not too bad. So today we will head for what's the name of the Simonetan Vrch? So it's Pic de Serena or Serana, something like that. Yeah, so Pic de Serera, and then we want to head for another refuge, and hopefully it won't rain that much because it's supposed to rain pretty heavily today. So yeah, you will see on the video. So we just made it to the top. This time just me and Dave, because these lazy ass, the rest of the group left us down there. We were greeted with this beautiful view of nothingness, but like on the other side there is something. So like at least that. And it was pretty shit. But like another 900 tall bastard down. Want to say something to it?
It was pain, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I'm a sailor pig, and I lost my leg. Climbing up the top sails, I lost my leg. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to Boston. I'm shipping out to buy my wooden leg.
Hříšné chili. Chili sin.
There's a county map to go in the wall of hurl, stick in the shinty bowl, the brick, the brack, the crack, and all. Let's call it an Irish pub. Caffrey shop, Kilkenny, a pub, the Guinness, pint, a cabbage crap, the I don't wanna be paddy trap. We'll call it an Irish pub. While all be full folk to swear upon the holy book. The only crack you'll get is a slap in the air. Well, I'll be folk to lock and burst your filthy mug if you draw one more shot. Look at me, bear. A beer, $1, we'll make him wear a shirt and colour with fire, bloody tricolour and colour, an Irish pub. The Jaeger bombs and double shots, the underagers think it's toast. We'll spike the drinks and pay the cost, we got us an Irish pub. The quick one in the filthy bog, the pattern glass across the lug of the lady, oh the...
We have a toilet! Yo!
We'll skip along the avenue. Who the hell is running through? We got us an Irish pub. Well, I'll be fucked to swear upon the holy book. The only crack you get is a slap in the air. Well, I'll be fucked to lock and burst your filthy mug if you draw one more shot. Look at me, bear. The bouncers, they can pick the fights for colour, an Irish pub.
was eating couscous with carrot and with paprika and tuna and shit ton of stock, so it's salty as hell. And we are staying in this refugio again. Stayed in the refugio yesterday as well, and there was a lot of horses. Some of those horses tried to eat Irka's shoes, but luckily we repelled them and dominated the hut once again. And then we walked. We found a refugio where they had Fanta and Coca-Cola, so we had a lot of Fanta and Coca-Cola.
Hot chocolate.
And hot chocolate, yeah, hot chocolate, which was presumably good. I haven't had one, but everybody who had it said it's good, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now we are at the refugio where we are staying today, and there are 2 rooms, and one room looks really cozy. There are 2 beds and a fireplace and quite weird table, but it's stable nonetheless. And then there's a second room which looks like someone was murdered there, so for which case Daniel and Irka decided that they will sleep in a tent. 2 people will sleep in the 2 beds which are in the first room, and one will sleep on the floor, and who will sleep on the floor will get decided by playing Citadel. Yeah, so that's all for today. Wave to viewers, and
Bye bye.
yeah, and tomorrow we want to go to Andorra, so we'll see you down in Andorra, the city.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord, heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Don't ask my opinion, don't ask me to lie, and beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me.